If you watched yesterday's video, you saw us talk about tomato seed saving and showing a bit about the varieties of tomatoes that we have and the importance of saving seed for improving the quality of your stock, your plants, getting them accustomed to or selecting for your zone and your growing conditions so that you are choosing the best.
Improving your production quality.
There you go. See, that's why the cameraman has to be with it. What I want to show in this video is kind of a follow-up, because Chris did touch on it in that seed saving one about the importance of selecting the best seeds from the best plants, or best fruit, I guess. And what we have here is a little bit of a situation where I'm actually going to be throwing out all the seeds I've saved so far on my San Marzanos. Now, we've not grown San Marzanos before, and also our Palestine as well, although we have, I will come to that after. But we've not grown San Marzanos before. I received some San Marzanos last year from a friend, loved them. Did a little bit of research. We bought seeds to plant this year. 2 packs of seeds, same seed company. And what we're seeing is a massive variety in the fruit being produced by these plants. So we're gonna go and show you right now. So right here on our trellis, we have multiple plants. And what we're seeing is a lot of this smaller little fruit, which is nothing like the San Marzano that I had tasted and used last year. And then we have these type here. Now that I would almost say is a bit of a deformed guy. I would not save seeds from that. But this one here, and I do apologize, I just picked all these yesterday, and we probably should have filmed this as part of yesterday's video. Beautiful shape. That's the San Marzano shape that I am accustomed to. Even down here, we're getting a bit of the shape, but we're still getting a bit of that wideness. But I've decided I'm actually going to ditch all the seeds that I saved from the previous ones because they were quite small. And I've found this plant, and there is one other plant that is producing these San Marzanos like what I had hoped they were going to produce. So we are going to save seeds from this plant and the other plant that I have. And this would be the point that we're trying to get across in the importance of saving your own seeds and being able to select for the features or the characteristics that you really enjoy about that plant. I like that bulky, meaty bottom of the San Marzano. And I'm finding a lot of these little guys are more like the Romas I used to grow, which are mostly seed and not a lot of bulk at the bottom. So for my personal preference, I am going to select the San Marzano seed that comes from these big, bulky, meaty guys. So that was a bit of our thoughts on the San Marzano and selection on that and our personal preferences. Now you're going to select type that works best for you. But the main point we're trying to get across there is that saving seeds from the first tomatoes that come may not be the best choice. So kind of having the ability to then say, I'm not going to take those ones, I'm going to take these ones instead, is a really, really good benefit, asset, option. That works too. So we're going to move on to my next variety, Palestine, which I wanted to show you something similar that's going on. So Palestine again, it's not Palestine. We went through this the other day. What is
Palestinian?
It? Palestinian? Anyways, you get the idea. We'll write the proper name on the screens. These are new to us, and we thought were very much a paste tomato from those first few that we tried. You can see here, again, this nice, big, meaty, and this is really, really thick inside. It does seem like quite the paste tomato. But then upon review, we also have them turning up, and they're more like a slicer tomato. Inside, quite a bit seedy, and a lot less bulk to them. And these again came from a seed company. We've planted them, and you are again at that dilemma of the selection. Which feature do you like the most? For us, we don't really care for this one as a slicer. We like it more as the paste type tomato because we prefer our Scotia tomato as a slicer. So we are opting to save seeds only from the big, meaty. They don't have to be this size by any means, but when I slice them open, they need to be meaty inside, not seedy. Anyways, you can see what's developing here. We've got 1 or 2 plants that are producing these really nice ones that we like, and then we have probably 4 or 5 plants that are producing this slicer variety. Obviously with tomatoes, you're always going to see slight variation with your plants or your fruit, especially indeterminate varieties, because you have suckers which produce a different quality of fruit from the main plant. And yes, you should remove those suckers on indeterminate varieties, but I'm sure many people are like me and it just doesn't quite happen. It's not in the schedule. So you kind of work with it, but make sure you're selecting those seeds from the main stalk that should be growing that fruit the way that you actually want it to be. Again, we're just stressing that seed selection for what your tastes are is important, and trying to stay true to what it's supposed to be, which for both these examples, they were supposed to be a paste variety of tomato. So that's what we're selecting for.